Hey loves, I'm coming on to do a little moony update. So you probably will know, I don't know if you will have caught last time, if you're into the moon, we had a full moon eclipse a couple of weeks ago and now here we are again at the new moon eclipse. And we've been in this wormhole. I'm covered in glitter here, man. Oh wow, nothing new there. I'm always covered in glitter. My house is covered in glitter. The full moon eclipse area. So we've been in the wormhole. So there's been some, you might have seen some big movements going on in this time. They might not be in your awareness yet, but whatever's been going on in this last 2 weeks has been transformational, or has the potential to have been transformational. So in weeks to come, when you look back at this period of time, there might be stuff that was going on now that really has made a big difference in how quickly you've gotten somewhere. But let's stay on track and on focus because we've got this new moon eclipse in Sagittarius. So whenever there's a new moon, it's always in the same mansion as we're in, and we're in the Sagittarius Mansion at the moment. So of course this new moon is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about expansion. It's ruled by Jupiter, so it's like it's all about adventure and freedom and getting you to be the biggest version of yourself. You're living to your full potential. So that's what comes into play right now. So since we moved into the Sagittarius mansion, you might have been feeling some feelings of, being like berating yourself or telling yourself off in some way if you are not living in those truths, if you are somehow dumbing those down, if you're watering them down, if your voice is not being heard, if you're not being seen in the way that you know you should be being seen. You could have been coming down hard on yourself since we've moved into the Sagittarius mansion. So I've got to say I've been feeling a little bit of that myself. So so this is the perfect hotbed for us to start thinking now. And this is the last move before we move into a new year. So this is the last new moon of the year. So what this gives us the opportunity to do is really start to think about what we do want. But first of all, we look back over the last 12 months. What have we done? What have we been doing? Has that served us? Is that serving us to be this biggest person that Jupiter wants us? To be. Jupiter is ruled. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So it's all about expansion. Are we getting in the way of anything? Is there anything standing in the way of that expansion? Is there anything standing in the way of that full expression of who you should be, who you can be for you reaching your full potential? And that's why under this new moon, it's so important to think about that and think making any changes that you need to make and looking forward into the next year and into the next into this next lunation to see, is there anything that I can change? Is there anything that I can shift to get me in the direction in which I'm going? And right now in Sagittarius, anything feels possible. It's so juicy. It's so like abundant and so like affirming. It's just like anything is possible. So dream big. And just be careful not to sort of just go, rough trod over everything to get to that bigness, because that can be the tendency sometimes of the flip side of Saggi, is that it's sometimes can be too committed to the truth and committed to the adventure, that it's like sort of gets everything it needs to get out of the way. It can sometimes be a bit careless with that. So that's the only thing to watch out for. But just bringing it back and bringing it into what we're going to how we're going to ritualize this new moon. So where are we timing wise? So today is Wednesday, and I'm just sort of releasing this on Wednesday this time just to give us a little bit of time before we hit the dark of the moon on Friday lunchtime, just to sort of think about anything that you might want to get rid of before we start to get into that dark of the moon energy, which is all about bringing everything in, drawing it in, getting into the vibration of what it is that you want to see manifest. So by the time we get into the dark of the moon, so the dark of the moon hits as soon as the daily moon moves into Sagittarius. So the daily moon moves into Sagittarius at 12:12 on Friday lunchtime, UK time. And the new moon sort of is popping out and just peaks out at 22:08 on Saturday morning. So the real potent part of this new moon is the dark of the moon, which is So from lunchtime on Friday right up until she makes her appearance at like 20 to 8 on Saturday morning, that's the best time to do your manifesting, do your dream work, do your writing your lists and thinking about what you want to do, where you've come from, where you're going. Always, as we're looking back, we're bringing gratitude in, we're thinking about anything that we just need to, like I said, try to do this before the dark of the moon, any forgivenesses that we need to get into, try to do that before Friday. And then as we start to move into the dark of the moon and into the new moon energy, we really want to be getting our vibration around the future. So what is that dream place that you're heading to? What does it feel like? Really bring it to life in your mind. Sit in meditation, come quiet, just sit somewhere. Whenever you use the word meditation, sometimes people do, I can't meditate. I was working with a client last night. She's like, I can't meditate no matter what. And they went on to tell me about all these different ways in which she meditates. But I think because she doesn't bring her mind to complete still and quiet, then she thinks she can't meditate. But there are so many ways we can meditate. So one of the ways is to just bring yourself into a bit of still and quiet, but not get everything out of your mind. It's to feel into like your dreams. Where are you headed? What is your expansive self like? Where can you shout about what it is that you do and what you want to do? Where can you make the difference? What are those things? What are you trying to draw in? And you light some candles, always making it a sacred practice. As soon as those candles go on, it can turn just writing in your journal to writing in your journal, manifesting with the moon. It's just got a different feeling as you put those candles on, get your incense on, sit in a particular favorite cushion, or, just get into your mode. Write those things down, really bring them into being. As always, I always say this, get into action. I mean, manifesting is a wonderful, wonderful tool, and there's nothing will work better in life than vibrating at the frequency at that which you want to attract. We know this, if you want to feel good, and then you'll feel good. More feel good will come. So you need to be, just getting into that vibrational frequency of the new house, the vibrational frequency of the new job, the vibrational frequency of the new lover, all of these things that, you're trying to draw into your life. Get into the vibrational frequency of it and you watch, it will come. And especially now in this potent energy. So with the eclipse energy, as always, it's just super booted. So it's just giving hard what would normally be at a new moon anyway. It's just like sort of on steroids. So that's what I would do. The other thing I would do is just really think about each little different project that you want to be working on and thinking about anything that's stopping you from achieving that at the minute. And once you've sort of figured it out in your head, what's getting in the way, is there any gratitude or forgiveness that could be put into those little blocks or into those risks or any of those things that are not practical, but they're a mindset thing or they're a spiritual thing? If you can sort of work through that before we get to Friday. So by the time we get to Friday, you can really write your lists, and you can start to write an action list, because that's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned, is the getting into action part. You've got on the vibrational frequency, now make it happen. I think that's all there is to say about the new moon. At the moment, from me anyway. There's probably loads to talk about, but that's all I'm going to talk about today. And the other thing I want to mention as well is that I'm holding a retreat in January. It's the weekend of the 14th of January. It's for 3 nights. It's going to be amazing. It's in Lincoln. It's in a really beautiful eco resort. And it's going to be incredible. Stargazing domes. The food's going to be amazing. You're going to be held in Reiki energy for the whole of the 3 nights by myself and another Reiki master, and we're going to be doing shamanic journey, and we're going to be connecting with ourselves, with nature. We're going to be connecting with our spirit guides. We're going to be connecting with each other. We're going to be dancing. We're going to be holding cacao ceremony. We're going to be covering ourselves in paint. Yeah, we've got so much lined up and so much to look forward to. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're looking for 14 ladies to come with us. We've got a few people signed up already. If you would like to join us, I'll leave all the information in the bio or wherever you're watching this. Loads of love. See you soon, guys. Bye.